probably the best thing that you could be running, but since I got a frag, we might as well YOLO. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah. I knew I
No doubt that will infuriate his father, Rey Mysterio.
And mommy likes.
No doubt that will infuriate.
I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now.
I don't think you were disgusted when you did it because you didn't go, oh my God, I should go to therapy. I am a monster. You instead went, how will I save myself? Let's get to Sean P. Diddy Combs apologizing for a video showing alleged assault of ex-girlfriend.
Sean Diddy Combs apologizing after the release of an extremely disturbing hotel video obtained by CNN showing him assaulting a former girlfriend. Dan Abrams is standing by. But first, Janae Norman with the details for us. Good morning, Janae.
Robin, good morning to you. Extremely disturbing video. So for some context, Cassie was a young up-and-comer when she met Diddy. They dated for more than a decade. Last November, her lawsuit alleging sexual and physical violence and abuse. His lawyer, accusing Cassie of blackmail, called the allegations baseless and outrageous lies. Diddy himself said he didn't, quote, do any of the awful things alleged. After the release of this new surveillance video, now that's changed.
I'm truly sorry.
Where is he? Where is Diddy? I saw online someone posting saying he looks like he's in an unextraditable area. Here is Diddy live from somewhere seemingly unextraditable. I don't know if he's left America or not.
Sorry.
This morning, music mogul Sean Diddy Combs is apologizing after the release of disturbing surveillance video appearing to show him physically attacking his then girlfriend, singer Cassie, at a Los Angeles hotel back in 2016.
I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video.
In the footage exclusively obtained by CNN, the rapper and producer is seen with just a towel on, running after Cassandra Ventura, throwing her to the ground and kicking her twice before dragging her down to the hallway. The incident matching one of the allegations detailed in the civil lawsuit Ventura filed against Combs last November, stating that later he grabbed at her and then took glass vases in the hallway and threw them at her, causing glass to crash around them as she ran to the elevator to escape. Combs settling that lawsuit the day after it was filed, but denying.
In terms of apology videos, it could be a lot worse. Do we have the full one? Let's watch the full one. Let me just say something, okay? If I don't see a ukulele nowadays, the apology is not intact. I need to see more. I need to see singing. I need to see a ukulele. I need to see musical, like a musical thing going on. Where is the full one? I want to see the full one.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you gotta do that. I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now.
I don't think you were disgusted when you did it because you didn't go, oh my God, I should go to therapy. I am a monster. You instead went, how will I save myself? How will I protect myself while still beating the out of my girlfriend at the time? That is precisely the reason why the tapes were hidden. You didn't go to therapy. You instead continued beating the out of your girlfriend. Also, where the is the ukulele? You also did claim that you didn't do any of the stuff in the court case. So that was like a couple months ago. So what do you mean I was in rock bottom?
I went and I sought out professional help. Now they're going to therapy. They're going to rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace.
All right, let's go.
I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
Dr. Umar claims that he's gonna go the God route and become like a televangelist. And Dr. Umar is never wrong. There's absolutely nothing genuine about that apology Diddy just dropped. Even after Diddy settled Cassie's lawsuit, he was still denying the allegations and insisting folk were lying on his character, but now we're supposed to buy that he's been taking ownership over it. Yeah. Bullshit.
About Diddy's apology to Cassie is that even after Diddy settled the lawsuit with her, he still put out a statement denying all the allegations, right? Like,
how is he not in jail? It's called statute of limitations. It's also called being super rich and powerful. It's also called making sure that your victim is a black woman. So in that case, like, you know, justice will rarely ever get served anyway. He hit the full Monty, the R. Kelly, if you will. And that is precisely the combination of those three different factors led him to not withstand any sort of like legal scrutiny.
You're like, oh, I'm sorry for this on this video. Like, are we gonna talk about when you put out a whole statement about how lying on your character? Like, all these vicious lies to disparage you. Meanwhile, here you are in 4K doing this. So what are you talking about? Well, you're so sorry, you're working to be a better man. No, you're not working to be a better man, because just the other day, according to you, you were already a good man and everybody was lying on you and attacking your character. So what is this? What is this? What is this? The thing that's so full.
Yeah, it's bullshit. Anyway, let's continue.
The claims. Ventura's lawyers blasting Combs' apology, telling ABC News Combs' most recent statement is more about himself than the many people he's hurt, adding he was only compelled to apologize once his repeated denials were proven false, shows his pathetic desperation, and no one will be swayed by his disingenuous words.
I gotta move on.
The Los Angeles District Attorney announcing over the weekend that they are aware of the video but cannot prosecute the 54-year-old.
Because the assault that we saw on video happened in 2016, the statute of limitation has passed. While Sean Combs can't face any state charges for what we saw in that video, a federal prosecutor could use it in a potential RICO charge or human trafficking charge.
After winning the reality show I Want to Work for Diddy, Susie Siegel worked as Combs' assistant from 2008 to 2009 while he and Cassie were together. She says she saw no red flags, but isn't surprised after watching the video.
And I had never seen him exhibit any behavior that would ever let me know that he was doing that. However, I had some feelings about who he was as a person. It was nothing overt. It's more just like the vibes were off with him. It was all about the business. People were just objects.
This as Combs finds himself the subject of a federal human trafficking investigation. In March, Homeland Security simultaneously raiding his Los Angeles and Miami Beach homes, seizing multiple electronic devices. Ex-girlfriend Lisa Hilton, with whom Combs shares a son, posting this video, edited and sped up, showing heavily armed agents moving into his LA estate. Combs' attorney calling the raids a, quote, witch hunt. No federal charges have been brought.
Can't nobody take my pride. Can't nobody hold me down.
The hip-hop star currently faces 4 separate civil lawsuits for alleged sexual misconduct and other illegal activity. He's denied all the claims made against him, but now says he sought professional help by entering therapy and going to rehab.
I'm committed to be a better man each and every day.
So many pointing out the timing of this apology from Diddy, but also really picking apart his words, saying that he never said Cassie's name or apologized directly to her. Robin.
He did notice that, Janae. Thank you. We're going to bring in our ABC News chief legal analyst, Dan Abrams. Any way around the statute of limitations?
No. As a technical state law matter, the statute of limitations is pretty clear. But as Brian was talking about in that piece there are potentially other ways this could come into play. Number one, it could come into play in...
I saw a funny ass video the other day where someone said Diddy was the only black billionaire that we, the black community, didn't celebrate. I thought about that shit so hard, and I have never heard nor seen any other black person praise Diddy. It's actually very interesting. Like, there are people who defend R. Kelly. There are people who defend Chris Brown. There are people who defend any matter of different black celebrities. But I would say, nah, Kanye, I wouldn't say Kanye. I don't think, no, I don't think, I mean, I can't speak for all black people, but I don't think Kanye is as celebrated by the black community. I think there's a lot of people, Kanye is definitely more controversial, I would say. Not as, you can't speak for any black people. Yeah, I'm talking about my friends and the people that I know in general. I feel like a lot of people that defend Kanye now are white. Maybe I'm wrong though. Yeah, I am white after all. But I do think that, like, after the Nazi stuff, like a lot of the Nazi Adolf Hitler shit, I think that a lot of people that, like, were defending Kanye are mostly just, I think you're wrong on that, maybe. But ultimately, I have actually never seen an open, out and about Diddy defender in the wild. Like, even long before this. I think part of it is because he's just bad at music. FD Signifier made a video about Kanye that said he's respected, but now it's just awkward. Hassan being white is his biggest blind spot, shaking my head. My dad won't stop defending Diddy and the Fat Albert guy. Black conservatives love Kanye. Your dad defends Bill Cosby? What the fuck? Actually, I have seen that too, a little bit. In my experience, most of the Kanye West defense I see nowadays is mostly from white kids online, like white teenagers online. It could be wrong. However, I've never seen anybody defend Diddy. That is actually true.
In terms of other possible federal crimes. Number two, I think it is going to come into play psychologically for the investigators. Meaning, if you're talking about any sort of close case or close...
Oh yeah, the uncle take is they targeted Cosby because he was about to buy NBC. Yeah, that's the unk take. The unk take was that they're coming after like a black institution. That I remember that, yes. But once again, no such thing has ever been said for Diddy.
Call, they're going to go for it as a result of this. And finally, if he is convicted of anything, they could certainly use it in sentencing. Meaning, if he was convicted in a federal crime, sentencing evaluates the totality of someone, right? So they could certainly use that at another point.
Some people are asking, what about the hotel?
Yeah, you know, it's a good question, right? Is the hotel responsible anyway?
They didn't report it.
That's right. There is no criminal obligation to report a crime, right? If you see someone get killed, you're not obligated to report that someone got killed. But there certainly could have been civil liability, meaning if it's true that the hotel was paid $50,000 for that video, they certainly could be sued over that. But again, you have a statute of limitations problem now with regard to a possible civil lawsuit. Civil statute of limitations are often shorter than criminal ones. And now the current ownership says, hey, we don't own that hotel. That's not our hotel. So you have all sorts of layers here with regard to the hotel, but it's an interesting point.
You mentioned the possible federal crimes. What impact there?
I think both investigative and in terms of sentencing, right? Investigative in terms of possible crimes to lump it into if they have other evidence, right? That's still a big if. We don't know what they have. All we know is that they raided the home, that it was Homeland Security, but in just the fact that they went into the home tells you that they have something on the federal level. Is it?
Bro, my Hotep uncle defended Kyrie and Ye, but yeah, the only ones who defend them and Cosby are black conspiracy theorists. Okay, but like, have you seen the way Kyrie dribbles the ball? I'm just saying. Because